How safe are Indian workers abroad? Today we delve into a tragic incident that has shocked not just a nation, but the entire world. In the heart of Kuwait's Mangaf area, a devastating fire claimed the lives of over 35 people and left 43 injured. This calamity occurred in a building that was home to nearly 200 foreign workers. Among these were a significant number of Indian migrants, who found themselves caught in a deadly trap as smoke filled the corridors of their temporary residence. Reports indicate that the fire may have been exacerbated by substandard safety measures and overcrowded living conditions, typical of many such labor accommodations in the region. The building owner has been detained, suspected of negligence and violating safety regulations. Yet this incident is not an isolated one, but rather a stark representation of the broader risks faced by migrant workers in the Arab world. This devastating event raises urgent questions about the safety and rights of migrant workers in the Arab world. As the smoke clears, the grim reality of loss and negligence begins to settle. In the immediate wake of the devastating fire in Kuwait's Mangaf area, authorities moved quickly to address the urgent concerns. The building owner, now detained, faces intense scrutiny under the suspicion of flouting basic safety regulations, which may have contributed to the scale of the tragedy. Emergency services sprang into action as the news broke, with firefighters and medical teams working tirelessly to manage the aftermath and provide care to the injured. 43 individuals sustained injuries, overwhelming local medical facilities that scrambled to accommodate the sudden influx. The community's reaction was one of shock and mourning, as the reality of over 35 lives lost dawned on them. Vigils were held, and social media platforms became arenas for public outcry and demands for justice and accountability. As investigations continue, there's a palpable tension in the air, with every finding pointing towards a potential overhaul of safety measures. The response to this tragedy could very well redefine safety protocols and regulations for workers in Kuwait. Behind the statistics are stories of human lives, dreams, and families shattered. In the aftermath of the devastating fire in Kuwait, survivors and the families of those lost are left grappling with pain and loss. A survivor, whose identity remains shielded for safety, shares. "The smoke was everywhere, choking us, blurring our vision. I could hear cries for help, but they were soon muffled by the roar of the fire." Another, a young worker from India, recounts the constant fear that shadows their community. "We always knew the building wasn't safe. There were too many of us in too small a space, but we had no other choice if we wanted to send money home." A mother, who lost her son in the blaze, speaks through tears. "He went there to build a better future for us. Now he's gone, and our hopes with him." These accounts paint a harrowing picture of the conditions many foreign workers endure, far from their homeland, striving for a better life amidst perilous conditions. Each story is a stark reminder of the personal toll such tragedies exact on individuals and their loved ones. A nation's heart bleeds as it grapples with the loss of its sons and daughters. In the wake of the catastrophic fire in Kuwait, which claimed the lives of over 35 people, the reaction in India has been one of profound sorrow and anger. Many of the victims are feared to be Indian migrants, a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by Indian workers in foreign lands. Prime Minister Jaishankar expressed his deep condolences, emphasizing the need for a thorough investigation and assurance of safety for Indian nationals abroad. His statement resonated across the nation, sparking a widespread call for action to ensure better protection and rights for Indian workers overseas. The Indian media has been relentless in its coverage, with headlines blaring and editorials questioning the adequacy of safety measures in place for Indian expatriates. The public outcry has been palpable, with citizens and activists alike demanding immediate and significant policy changes. The emotional and political ripples of this incident stretch far beyond Kuwait's borders, reaching the heart of India. What does this tragedy tell us about the state of worker safety in the Arab world? It paints a grim picture indeed. The Kuwait fire incident is a stark reminder of the urgent need for improved safety standards, especially for migrant laborers. Standards that are on par, if not superior, to international norms. The incident throws into sharp relief the disparity between the worker safety protocols in the Arab world and those in other regions. It's a wake-up call, highlighting the need for stricter enforcement of safety regulations, regular inspections, and more stringent penalties for violations. In the aftermath of such a tragedy, it's not unreasonable to expect diplomatic pressure. Nations around the globe, particularly those with citizens working in the region, may demand more accountability. International bodies and human rights organizations could step in, advocating for the rights and safety of these workers. This incident, as devastating as it is, could serve as a turning point. It brings to the forefront the pressing issue of worker safety in the Arab world, a spark that ignites the demand for change, for better protection of the rights and safety of all workers in the region. This incident could be a catalyst for change, prompting a re-evaluation of worker safety and rights across the region. As we reflect on this calamity, the path forward demands action, awareness, and accountability. The recent devastating fire in Kuwait, claiming over 35 lives, most of whom were migrant laborers, casts a stark light on the vulnerabilities faced by foreign workers worldwide. This tragedy not only highlights the immediate need for stringent safety regulations, but also calls into question the enforcement of these policies, especially regarding the housing and well-being of migrants. In India, the reaction was one of profound shock and sorrow. The loss resonates deeply, reflecting the fears and concerns for the safety of Indian workers abroad. Such incidents underscore the urgency for countries to collaborate more closely, ensuring that the rights and safety of their citizens are upheld no matter where they choose to work. Today, let us initiate a dialogue on how we can improve safety standards globally. It is imperative that all stakeholders, governments, employers, and civil society, work together to create environments where safety violations and negligence are met with stringent consequences. Let this not just be a moment of mourning, but a turning point towards ensuring that such tragedies never occur again. Thank you for watching our coverage on the tragedy in Kuwait. As we conclude this documentary, it's crucial to remember that the issues highlighted are ongoing and require continuous attention and action. The stories of the victims and the broader implications of such tragedies remind us of the interconnectedness of our world and the collective responsibility we share in fostering safer, more just societies. Please subscribe to our channel for more insightful documentaries and updates. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.